visibly African, that their appearance, according to the Bible itself, matched the very people the modern world has spent centuries marginalizing. So now comes the hard question: why was this hidden? Some say skin color doesn't matter. But if it didn't matter, why was it erased? Why were black features removed from icons, from translations, from Sunday school illustrations? It matters because it speaks to truth, to memory, to restoration. It matters because a lie told long enough becomes a religion, and the lie that God's people were always white, that holiness is wrapped in ivory skin, that the covenant traveled north but not south. Yet the Bible says otherwise. Even the New Testament doesn't shy away from this. In Acts 21:38, Paul is mistaken for an Egyptian. The Roman commander says, "Aren't you that Egyptian who started a revolt?" Again, an Israelite mistaken for an African. Not once, not twice, but repeatedly. Because at the time, they looked the same. Different nations, shared features, shared land, shared ancestry. And yet 2,000 years later, we're told to see Jesus as Scandinavian and Moses as British. Let me take you even deeper. The prophet Jeremiah in Lamentations 5:10 says, "Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine." Now, some interpret this as a result of suffering, but others, including early Jewish rabbis, saw it as a poetic reflection of a people whose skin was already dark, further darkened by pain. Either way, it affirms the physical blackness of the people. The Bible does not erase this. We do. So where does this leave us with a choice? To continue reading the Bible through the lens of empire, or to read it for what it truly says? To return to the words of Solomon, "Not ashamed, not hidden, I am black and beautiful." And in the next part of our journey, we'll explore how these identities didn't disappear, they were carried. Across deserts, across oceans, across centuries. Because while history tried to forget, Africa remembered. And the Hebrew faith, it didn't die in exile. It lived quietly, faithfully in the songs and rituals of African tribes who never forgot the name of Yahweh. So stay with me, because in part 5, we follow the echoes of Sinai to Nigeria, to Ethiopia, to Ghana, and what we'll find will shake everything you thought was just Old Testament. Part 5, Memory in the Blood. The Hebrews were never lost, they were scattered, and while empires rewrote the pages, Africa remembered the rhythm, not through books or sermons, but through blood, through breath, through rituals never broken. You see, history doesn't always survive in scrolls or ruins. Sometimes it survives in the things people do without knowing why. A name whispered during childbirth, a law kept by instinct, a holy day remembered even in chains. This is not cultural coincidence. This is religious continuity. Let's begin in West Africa among the Igbo people of Nigeria. Anthropologists have long puzzled over the Igbo's ancient practices. Circumcision on the 8th day, Sabbath observance,